All right, welcome to week three's little optional intro video for NCTA's 2020 Beyond Stereotypes class. All right, so this little intro is going to cover two main things. One is the end of Musui's memoir here, and then the other is a preview of our live chat. All right, so the end of Musui's story. We've gotten to the point now where he is a mature adult, and he's talking about how he feels bad for the things he's done and how he's not a good role model, and he's writing this book for the purpose of educating others so they don't make the same mistake and all this other stuff. So whether he's actually matured or he's being forced to do this or he's not really meaning what he's saying, I'll let you kind of be the judge of that. So whether or not he really matures, that's kind of your call. He does step down as the head of his family, so he's no longer making the decisions. He's no longer responsible for the income for the family. He gives up pretty much the responsibilities to his son. So now he can live a life of leisure because, he was so bogged down before. Anyhow, one of the things he does during his leisure time, so in the end of the book, he starts learning how to read and write, and he decides, well, I'm so important. I'm such a great person. I've lived such an interesting life. People are going to want to know about this. Or I've made so many bad choices. I need to help the future generations so that they don't make as bad of choices. Or I've screwed up so bad I need to do a real big apology. For whatever reason, we're not entirely sure why he writes the book, but he does write the book. This book is going to stay incredibly popular, still around today, used by some college classes, used by people who just want to know more about Japanese history. So it's really interesting. It's one of the few surviving pieces. Don't know how common it was for samurai during the 1800s to write memoirs. The fact that he wrote one could indicate that others were doing it at the time. Hard to say, but his exists and it's a rarity. One interesting thing to note, there was this weird kind of suburb in Japan at this time. It was kind of a bubble suburb. And inside this bubble, the classifications, you're in this stratus of the class, you're here, didn't really exist. People could mix pretty freely. Even the royal family sometimes went into this area. And it was a great place for artists to kind of network with people. Musui had access to this. He went there at least part of the time to write this. There's just a one little line or two little lines in there that indicate that he was there. Really easy to miss. But this might have something to do with why this book was so popular. He was able to network with people, get it out there, meet people. So, for all we know, this was Musui's another one of his get-rich schemes. But for whatever reason, why he wrote it, the important thing is he did write it, and we've got it today. All right, our live chat. So this is optional. You don't have to take part in this. I will be sending out a link through email. You may have already gotten it by the time you're watching this. And it's going to have the link to our discussion, along with a few suggestions like muting your microphone when you're not talking, just so there's no background noise, things like that. So I had come up with this plan long before the shutdown happened and the distance learning. So by now, you may be sick of online meetings and group discussions online and all this other stuff. But for the last couple of years, one of the pieces of feedback that I've been getting in the post-class survey is that people wanted to do some kind of online meet, some kind of group meet. And so I thought I would put it into this course. So when I was designing this course throughout last summer and this past school year, the plan was always to do a live chat. So I apologize if you're, kind of at your limit for Google Meets or any of the other types of live chats. So it is optional. If you take part in it, you don't have to post for discussions for the week, but please feel free to do that. It will be up to 40 minutes I'll start it off with just maybe a quick little, a few facts, and then it's a chance for you to bring up any of your thoughts or feelings about the book, anything that didn't come up in the discussions or things you want to bring up more, um, anything like that. Give you a chance to ask questions, whatever. So, if you're going to be able to take part in the video, I look forward to seeing you. If not, I look forward to reading your posts. All right. Have a good one.